I do want to talk briefly about data security, particularly with regards to payment processing. How has the chipped card readers assisted or affected that issue in any way? Has it?
Sure. Well, I think we have to look at for us, we have different brands and different that are out there. So different hotels have different levels of those activities. But generally speaking, you want the data to be tokenized. You want it to be encrypted in a way that malware that's on the machine, which is generally the attack vector today, can't intercept. Mm-hmm. So as you look at the data that you're gathering, PCI and PI data both, the goal is if anyone's typing on a keyboard, then if there's malware on the box, it's going to grab it. So the whole goal is, it really goes back to not necessarily to just how you're capturing credit card data, but also how you're protecting that box. For us, I mentioned we're kind of shifting to more of an attack posture versus a defensive posture, and so we're leveraging next generation tools. And I know it's kind of a buzzword everyone's using today is next gen, but the whole goal is to get a tool that kind of sits at the kernel layer of an operating system. So anything that reaches out to the internet or to disk or to memory or any peripherals that are coming in, you've got a protection at that layer versus just I bought some antivirus and slapped it on a computer, now I'm protected, because the reality is you're not. And so you have to have that next generation tool that can learn what's happening with the machine, and that's going to secure that attack vector, which typically it's not the swipe process that's a problem unless there's a physical kind of reader. It's something on the computer, or it's something that's gotten installed to allow remote access. Those are really the attack vectors, or something someone clicked on. So they got an email, they clicked on the cool link, and then all of a sudden you've got ransomware all over your network or that kind of thing. So you have to have a tool that you can execute at that level, at the keyboard level, to protect the data from that perspective.
Would anyone else like to chime in?
I don't think it's hit us yet in the United States. I mean, for the most part, the largest publicly available property management system doesn't have an EMV solution. Let's just start there. I mean, you look at the brands, Marriott does not have an EMV solution, and it said they're not going to develop one. They probably will at one point. They're not going to. And even if you look at our retail experience in the United States, it's inconsistent. You look at people that have been hit, you look at the Home Depots, you look at the Targets, they're ready. They've got EMV up and running. 7-Eleven has had EMV up and running forever. Walmart's got EMV up and running. But you look at the experience is so inconsistent across everything. When you come to a beautiful city like Toronto, and it's exactly the same. I have exactly the same chip experience, whether I'm at the hotel, whether I'm at a bar, whether I'm in a cab, or wherever I'm at. And the United States is years away from that happening. We're struggling with it internally. We're trying to standardize on one single payment platform so we can get there quicker. Token vaulting and a lot of that other stuff. So the promise is there. And to Jake's point, more security comes with that. Tokenization and encryption are really far more important than EMV is. So, but I also think that we're going to jump the shark a little bit too. I think we're going to go to mobile, going back to where this conversation started, I guess. I think mobile payments are going to rise. Right now, it's a little bit of a early adopter / I'm doing it because it's a cool thing to do. But I think more and more as that is consistently available in different places, whether it be retail or service delivery, that more and more people are going to pay with their device. And that takes a lot of the card data out. It's more secure than EMV is. It's more secure than token. It's more because it is essentially a private token. I think that's where that's going to be. But as far as the United States, my impression is we're not at the chip revolution yet. We're just waiting for it.